Greetings, friends, and happy holidays. Welcome to another episode of The Mistake Zone, your weekly dose of our lives and the mistakes within them. My name is Jaron Wade. Joining me, as always, one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Matt Alba. Hey, Matt.
Yo.
How are you doing?
Yo, I'm feeling full.
Matt, is that great? Is that a positive?
Yeah, it's it has its positives and it has its negatives, Jaron.
I feel that, Matt. I feel that. But before we get into that, also joining us this week, another one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Rikush. Hey, Rikush.
That's me.
How are you doing?
I almost lost a lot of faith in humanity right now, Chair, and I'll be honest, because you took that little pause before you said the mistakes, whatever that line is, and I was like, oh my god, is Jaron doubting the line as well now? And I was starting to get very stressed out about that, so glad you remembered it.
I was going to try to throw in something to allude that we are currently sort of in that period where we have our annual hiatus, but what better way to have this hiatus, or at least celebrate this hiatus, and celebrate the year as a whole and divide up our usual end of the year episode into 3 separate episodes this year. Just because I think currently at the time of, well, when our friends will be listening to this, Rikush will be overseas. Matt and I will probably be up to some nonsense, but we're going to do things a little differently. Each episode for the next 3 weeks or so will be dedicated to a celebration of things that we've each experienced or things we've liked in the year 2025. And I believe, Matt, you're up first. And I guess, just in general, Matt, when you think of your 2025, before we get into some of your favorite things, how would you describe just the last 12 months or so?
I feel like everybody is going to say this when you ask them this sort of question. It went by way too fast. I remember the very, very start of 2025, and then the middle of it's kind of a blur, and then I remember getting all my, wrapped equivalents, and I'm like, oh, damn, this year flew.
It did indeed, Matt, but I believe you experienced, or at least had, 25 things that made this year go by, a bit more positively in your eyes. So, Matt, I guess I'll just throw it to you and take it away.
All right, you guys, I decided to do a 25 things of 2025 list because, I've been seeing that all around on the internet, and I feel like, that's good. That's good, number symmetry, and 25 things, isn't that much, and it lines up very well with 2025 because I feel like 26 things in 2026 isn't going to look as pretty as a number thing or list thing, but 25 things of 2025 is going to hit really, really well. And I think I genuinely tried to order these in terms of my actual top 25 things of 2025 that I remembered. I don't know how you guys went about your list, but I was going through our old episodes and stuff to see what I talked about. I was going through old emails to see what I could put on there. I was looking at our chats with both of you to see what dumb shit I've sent you that I could put on this list. And I think the first thing of 2025, my 25 of 2025 is, guys, it's Keido Kindness, the Konnichiwa guy in Toronto.
What? So good, man.
Oh, man. Jared, I'm so glad that I think you were the first one to send me any of this guy's stuff. And Rikush, have you seen this guy?
No.
Oh, man. Rikush, this is I believe he is half black, half Japanese dude who lives in Toronto, and he puts a lot. He's been, I don't know, on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, the places that you try to creep into people's algo, and he has been combining Toronto slang with Japanese in the same way that we were doing Yamate could have stopped before, that sort of thing. he's doing it with with Toronto slang, and I think the big one for him was Konnichiwa Guan, and honestly,
I'm watching one where he said on Wagwa, or sorry, what was it? On Kami-sama.
On Kami-sama, on Kami-sama is something that I so badly want to add to my like slang repertoire because that one is so good.
Man,
dude,
I'm so glad you brought that up just because, you know, when I come across his content on TikTok, it's always a good laugh, especially when I think some of his content more recently was him also just traveling around Kyoto, specifically Japan as a whole, which was really nice. And of course, Matt, since we're filthy VTube watchers as well, to kind of see his content cross-pollinate, not, you know, directly collaboration, but just have his content referenced amongst at least Hololive EN talent as well is such a trip to see.
Honestly, I'm so glad that this guy decided to pop on my algo and for me to follow, and I hope that he keeps putting out some good content. I'm assuming he has to branch out at some point, and I'm really hoping he branches out in a good direction.
So Matt, have to ask which one of his if you had to pick one short to represent 2025 of his, or at least your 2025 in terms of his content, what would be the one short you pick?
Honestly, like, I feel like it has to be the big one. Like, it has to be Konnichiwa Guan. Like, that one's the one. That one's, I think, the one. But, you know, honorable mentions to On Kami-sama. On Kami-sama is also very, very strong.
Oh, man. All right, Matt. So hit us with number 24.
Yes. You guys, number 24 for me is specifically the announcement that Silksong is releasing this year.
Specifically the announcement.
Because if I remember correctly, it was, I think the year announcement was during a Nintendo Direct sizzle reel where it was just like there for like 30 seconds and then it, you know, you don't see it again ever. Until they announced the actual date of it at... They announced the date of it at something. I can't... It was also some live stream thing. But the amount of, like, I guess, like, internet reaction of, oh my god, Silksong's coming out, and don't believe their lies, like, during that exact same time, I thought was, you know, all a very, very good goof.
I remember when the Xbox Asus collab was getting announced, right? Like the handheld. I think like that was the first moment where people were like, oh, this is real. And I think like that was probably the moment for me where I was like, oh shit, this is actually happening like very soon. Very tough to believe, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest, you guys. Okay. Do you guys believe it was going to come out? Because I didn't believe it was going to come out.
I think the moment I saw the Asus stuff was like, I started to believe. I did.
Jared?
You know, with Silksong being such a white whale for the gaming community as a whole, when we did see that, you know, gradual rollout, as Rikush said, during the Xbox Asus Ally demonstrations or the sizzle reels as well, and then you hear reports of it, hey, it's going to be playable at some... what was it, a UK museum exhibit about games or something, where there's these little trickles, but, you know, it's the boy who cries wolf, right? Where you don't want to believe that this will actually come out. And I feel like the possibility, the potential goof factor of, you know, them announcing this video that, hey, we're going to announce something, here's a YouTube countdown, and just the idea that, hey, this video will reveal that it's coming out in 2026 is just a bit too juicy, where even though you have a dedicated fan base that's so looking forward to this game actually coming out, as someone who is essentially an outsider looking in, it's that continued jonesing for, hey, what's the next delay? What's the next, you know, possibility that there will be an announcement but still no release date, and kind of that entertaining factor that makes you hope with every morsel to come out of maybe it won't come out still. And
Mhm,
I don't know,
mhm.
for that reveal to finally come, again, no horse in this race, but at the same time, it's that's kind of a shame that the ride's finally over and
Mhm,
the people actually waiting get to enjoy. But
mhm,
Matt,
mhm.
how about you? How are your feelings towards it? Did you think this would come out in 2025?
During the Nintendo sizzle reel, I 100% did not believe it. But on that on that date, whenever they announced the actual like hard release date of it, I reached like 50%. I I still kind of didn't believe that it was gonna come out, even though I think when they announced the release date, that was like I don't know 3 weeks in advance or something.
Yeah.
But I still didn't believe at that point. I don't know. So think about it.
Man, do you believe the DLC will be out on time?
Oh, did they say a date for the DLC? Though it's like that water related one, right?
Yeah, I should probably like get the information right here, but just give me 1 second. No date just yet from what I can tell. Just an announcement of Sea of Sorrow. So
Okay. Good
hey,
question.
Matt,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you can, I don't know, I was gonna make a joke about Sea of Sorrow or something, but you'll be in the Sea of Sorrow until you get to play the Sea of Sorrow.
I don't
Free
think
expansion.
I don't think I'm gonna play Sea of Sorrows, to be honest.
Yeah.
Guys, how long do you think it takes Sea of Sorrows to come out?
Oh man, I don't know. I think it'll be like a Q1, Q2 2026 release.
Ooh, okay. I I was thinking Q1 2027. Jaron, what's your prediction? So we can lock it into this podcast.
I'm going to take the middle ground. I'm going to say that's going to be a September 2026 drop.
Okay.
Oh, like a full year after release. Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be okay. We'll see.
Don't worry, Mr. Keeley will drop it during opening night live or some sort of allusion to it while they release the actual release date on their YouTube page.
Oh man. Oh, Mr. Keeley.
And Team Cherry won't be there to announce it. Zing.
No. Okay.
No, that was a good joke. No. You two go to hell. That was actually a really good joke.
Rakush, it's my Facebook here. When you said your joke, I muted myself to cough, so I didn't hear what you said.
And I'm not invested enough in Silksong to find the goofiness in said goof.
Oh man,
But
we got him.
I will give you a aha, Rakush. Aha.
That's all I wanted, friends.
Okay.
What's the next one, Brad?
Okay.
What do you got?
Going on to number 23. Before Mr. Keido Kindness blessed my algorithm, I guess it could be a Jaren, YouTube naturally pushed a lot of Deco 27's Cherry Pop stuff. Like that song specifically somehow just took over my algorithm when it came out. I am thinking it's because like I first watched that one short with, you know, like his version of Miku, and I think it was like Shigure Ui, and I was like, okay, I've contaminated my thing, and now I spent like a good I don't know, I want to say like a good month only listening to that song. I don't know if you guys do that or not.
Yeah,
No, especially when it is within that realm. I do feel like a good, whether it be a VTuber cover or just general release from a Vocaloid producer, I think one hot release will be in my rotation for quite some time. And I think when you have a release, I guess I'll get into this when I get to my list as well eventually, but by the time I get, my Wrapped equivalent at the end of the year, I find it is pretty top heavy when it comes to releases from earlier in the year, just because once something earworms its way into my head, that's just my heavy rotation. So, Matt, know where you're coming from, since just a lot of good, even his production overall this year, good output. Just as a whole.
Going on to my number 22 video game that I talked about a couple times on the Mistake Zone. Shape of Dreams, which is basically roguelike PvE League of Legends. Or like controls like League of Legends. And I don't know, I thought this is like a very fun game. You know, scratches that roguelike itch for me. It scratches the kind of like Diablo League, you know, ARPG style combat. It has like, you know, it lets you make builds through it. And you know, that is a lot of the stuff that I am looking for when I am playing a video game. Oh, and it's fun. And it's fun. I feel like very importantly, it's fun. You can play it with friends. It's co-op, you know. You going through that loop with others is also like, you know, a really, really, really good time for me.
Matt, do you have any specific memories or a specific memory from this game that perfectly represents your time with it this year?
I think for me, there was this kind of part towards like the end of when I was like kind of like fell off of playing Sim and kind of revitalized me a bit, which is that there is like this mechanic called hunters in this game. Like this is a roguelike game, so you are kind of like picking your node that you want to go to, but you can travel back to nodes that you went to before. And sometimes when you go back to nodes that you went to before, you'll encounter hunters. Like basically those are the things that you're running away from in the game, and they are a super enemy. And when you encounter the hunters, you have like a GTA style wanted level that goes up so that every time you run into them again, they get tougher and tougher. And I had always kind of just avoided them because, you know, I'm baby and I don't want to fight like the hard enemy if I don't have to fight the hard enemy. But you know, once you get to what do you call it? Like 5-star wanted level, it can start summoning like a new boss that I had like just basically never seen before, and I was so shocked that it like just pulled me into another world for some reason, and I was you know, really, really, I don't know, excited to find something new in that game after playing it for so long.
Okay. That sounds like a good time.
Okay, number 21, guys. My first consumerism of the list. Guys, I don't think I talked about this at all on the show, so I'm going to be talking about it here now. I bought a pregnancy pillow. Not specifically for me. I am not pregnant. I did not get anybody pregnant. But guys, pregnancy pillows fucking slap. I don't know if you guys have ever you know, looked them up or even considered using one before, but pretty good. They're pretty good.
Not as someone who has never partaken in using said pregnancy or a pregnancy pillow, can you sell us on it?
Okay, guys, imagine a dakimakura, but there's two of them held together, kind of like, you know how chopsticks are before you separate them from a pack.
Matt, or I'm gonna need you to translate whatever you just said to English.
Okay, it is okay. This is like a long pillow that is shaped basically like the I guess a U or an N or lowercase n. Like it is basically two long body pillows that are connected at one end. And
body pillows. I think that's the part that I was waiting for you to translate.
Yeah, sorry, Krish. I thought we were an anime podcast.
No. I need you to reveal what you're saying in Japanese to hide it.
Sorry,
nowhere to hide here, Matt.
I didn't even like consider that our audience wouldn't know what a dakimakura is. But honestly, this thing is like really good. Like you can, I don't know. I think I've said on the show before that I basically sleep like a hot dog in that I have like normal body pillows already, and when I sleep I kind of sleep straight, and then I put the body pillows on like either side of me. I put my arms like kind of on top of them, and it's like almost like I'm lying in like like a hot dog, like in a hot dog bun. I'm kind of just like, you know, sandwiched like that. And I added this pregnancy pillow to the fold. I still use those two body pillows, but now like this pregnancy pillow is like kind of going under me, and then like it's two, I guess like legs are coming out, and they're, I don't know. I feel like I'm like entombed in a pretzel or something, and I don't know. It's really, really good. I think Guys, I think my consumerism of 2026 is going to be a weighted blanket.
That'd be good, Matt. That'd be good.
The thing is, like, the combination of the pregnancy pillow and the weighted blanket to me seems like your body temperature is going to be shooting through the roof.
Yes.
Because the thing with the weighted blanket for me is always going to be... Actually, let me just stop myself there, because now I realize why you have the window open all the time.
Yes, yeah. When it's winter, I sleep with the window open. I sleep in an icebox, basically.
Got it. Okay. Moving on.
Okay. I forgot about this thing for my list, but while we're talking about sleep, guys, I have these 2 ice packs that you normally put inside of like a lunch bag. I kind of stick them in my window between the screen and the window itself so that they can freeze during the day, and then at night I just put them in there with me when I wrap myself up like a hot dog.
That's some next level bed strats, man.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me. I hate being cold.
It's too much. Yeah. Like when I'm sleeping, I need to be able to like toss and turn. If I'm too hot, I need to be able to cool down. If I'm too cold, I need to be able to warm up. I don't think I can do like the pregnancy pillow, although it does seem pretty comfy from everything you've explained.
I mean, like, yeah, it is like primarily designed for the comfort of pregnant women, so that shit is like going to be like really on point there anyway. But it really adds to my mountain of pillow, like pillow tech that I have.
You also have that. I remember like when I was actually in the market, like buying my pillows and like my mattress and stuff. Like I remember you having like that purple gel one. I can't remember the exact name of it.
Oh, yeah.
That one actually was like really cool as well.
Yeah. No, they're all I love my pillows.
Matt is a sleep connoisseur. If you ever have any questions, reach out to Matt. Mattress album.
Not bad. I really like that came off of also a Shape of Dreams. But going on to my number 20, this is an adult consumerism, I feel like. Cause guys, I bought myself a paper shredder.
Matt. So good.
So good. I spent like just a good half an hour when I got it just shredding things. I was going to my recycling bin and just seeing, hey, what here can I put through this and like see if it shreds properly or not. I don't know. I always like felt, iffy just tearing my stuff before or like marking it out. And this gives me some peace of mind and makes me like more willing to throw stuff into, I guess, like the shredder and then the garbage. And hopefully not getting identity thieved by someone hanging out at the landfill, trying to coincidentally steal anything that I print out with my personal information on it.
And Matt, I think we use our paper shredder at least once a week, even just with some mail that you just don't want, as you said, to throw into the recycle. Good purchase. It's a good purchase, but man, Matt. Sometimes when the paper or the shredding basket isn't on properly and you're going to kind of empty it, if the shreds just spread all over the place, kind of a pain to clean up.
When I was emptying it into like our proper recycling bin the first time, I missed and that sucked.
It's the worst. It's the best but also the worst,
Jared,
when it comes to cleanup.
Jared, I don't know if you've gotten this urge, but I was running my hands through the I guess like the shredded paper, and I was like, oh man, I should get a hamster.
Can't say I was with you with running your hands through the shredded paper, but lost the hamster part.
Okay.
I think our dog would not like that.
Do you have a paper shredder?
I don't have a printer, let alone a paper shredder.
Oh, okay. You're running paper free. You got those e-receipts.
I mean, I just don't have a shredder. I'm not like 0 footprint or whatever. I just don't have a shredder.
True. Okay, you throw your personal information all willy-nilly toward into the trash.
Yes,
like a savage.
Yes, basically. You heard it here first.
Going on to my number 19. I'm going with the Mighty Nein, a Amazon series that just came out recently based on Critical Role Season 2. So people don't know, Critical Role is a thing like I'd say the most popular D&D actual play podcast or like, content out there right now. And they had a animated series, or I guess they currently have an animated series for their first season, and this year they started the animated series for their second season called the Mighty Nein, and I am really enjoying it. I enjoy seeing the highlights of any actual play D&D content. Especially when it's like the long form style D&D content of like, every week they're putting out like a 4-hour episode of them playing D&D. And I think for me, that is just like a bit too long. No, not even a bit. That is actually way too long. When we were doing, our actual play stuff, we put out like, 30, 40-minute episodes every week. And that whole thing was done in, probably like 4 hours of content in total. But no long overarching stories for us, except for I guess like Juliet's campaign. That I guess had like a through line through every single one of Juliet's seasons. But it's nice to have a condensed kind of like focused version that I can watch through.
Matt? Is there any particular moment of the year that you would share to sell someone on also checking this out?
I mean, I don't know if I would say any particular moment. Like, I think that I do want to say though that I think that this is a much better cast to me than their first season's cast. Their first season cast is very, I want to say standard D&D of like, these people are already a party. They are already friends. They are already, they're all doing their own things and they're all being kind of like, happy-go-lucky fun times. Whereas season number 2, Mighty Nein, they don't know each other. The season 1 is like an introduction to them introducing themselves to each other, learning about each other, and it is far more of a, like, they still have their comedy in it, but compared to season 1, it is much more of, or series 1 actually, I guess I should say, is much more of a like grounded, more serious type of campaign.
And not to confuse us with the video game Mighty Number 9.
Rakush, I was thinking about Mighty Number 9, and that is what reminded me that, hey, I should put that on this list. But going on to number 18, this is a piece of YouTube content called Tip to Tip. I don't know if you guys know what this is.
I do not.
Tip to Tip is a piece of content by Michael Reeves and Ludwig, both content creators, both streamers. Michael Reeves more a YouTuber, Ludwig is a streamer. And basically what they did is that they started at one end of Japan and they had to basically motorcycle their way to the other end of Japan. They started in Cape Soya, I think like the southernmost point in Kagoshima. They had to use their motor or bring their motorcycles all the way to the northernmost point of Hokkaido at I can't remember the name, but like the very northern tip of the Hokkaido island. And there was the condition that they are not allowed to use, like, there's like one highway that you can actually just take that like basically brings you from like one end to the other. They're not allowed to take that. They have no GPS, no map. Basically they have to like navigate it on vibes. And by the way, neither of these two people speak Japanese, or really speak Japanese. And that I think is really part of the fun. And I think the thing that really added to this content is that the way that they were doing it is that basically they were sending their, I guess like the video footage that they were shooting, they were sending it to an editing team. The editing team was basically putting it up, I think like 2 days after. So while they were doing this, I guess, challenge, they were putting out basically the videos 2 days afterwards, which I think is like a really fun way to like do this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Plus, it just makes it feel more alive
Mhm,
with
mhm.
a quick turnaround time like that.
And I think like it really adds that they really didn't know what they were doing, and that they basically had the geography of Japan in their head just totally wrong. That
Mhm.
it really really adds. And I don't know, there's like some cool places that they ended up going to that I was thinking about, like, oh, maybe I should go check that place out the next time I'm in good old Nippon.
Mhm.
Okay. And I don't know. I don't know if you guys have ever considered like doing, maybe not like a motorcycle. I don't think any of us have our like M license. Do we?
Nah.
Nope.
But like, I have always wanted to like follow like just like a bike trail for a while just to see like how that goes in Japan, because that always seemed very, I don't know, just like my Japanese animes in some way.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that always seemed like an interesting vibe, but I don't know if like how hard I would want to go with that either, though.
That sounds like something to do in 2026.
You know what? Maybe moped across. I feel like you don't need a specific license for like a moped, do you?
I wouldn't risk
Don't
it.
ask me that, Matt.
Yeah, like I wouldn't risk it.
Especially in a place where you drive on the opposite side of the road.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Road safety, Matt. Road safety.
Yeah, road safety. Going on to number 17. Guys, my 17th thing of 2025, which is something I believe came out this year. I had to like verify it, and I'm pretty sure it did come out this year. Guys, it is the term Friendslop.
Yeah.
Friendslop?
Friendslop. Wait, Rakush, have you not heard the term Friendslop?
You might have actually brought this up on the show before.
Oh man. Okay. So for the people who don't know, Friendslop is a genre of video games where it's just like it's that genre of games that you need friends to play. This is your repos, this is your Lethal Company, like Phasmophobia, Peak. Like it is that type of game. And while I like enjoy this kind of game, for me, like I can't really like do this kind of game like a lot, but the term Friendslop is, I think, just such a good term for this genre. I know a lot of people don't like that, they have a very negative connotation to the word like Friendslop, but I think
just
that
slop in general.
Yeah, or just slop in general, but I think in like this case at least, I really really like, and I think the term Friendslop is like a positive one.
You should start tagging the Mistake Zone episodes with Friendslop as one of the tags.
Oh man, yeah. You know what? What is a podcast except for Friendslop?
This is basically Friendslop. It's what Jaren says at the start of the episode. It's the Friendslop in our lives and the mistakes within them.
Yeah, pretty much at that point.
Going on to number 16. This is a solitary activity. This is also a consumerism. This is the Lego Gameboy. Guys, the Lego Game Boy is such a fun build. I really like how it came out. It is basically a 1-to-1 scale Lego Game Boy. It has like games on it. It has that what is it called? Like renticular cards or whatever. Like the ones where like when you move them, the picture changes.
Oh, okay.
Lenticular. I don't know what it's called, but it has that as its screen. And I think the thing that I really liked about this the most is that when you're building the innards of it, just something you will not see on the finished model unless you decide to take it apart. The innards are all like greens and yellows in the same way
that's cool.
Yeah, like computer boards and chips and stuff were like green and yellow way back then. I guess like now they are still also like green and yellow, but it really adds to the experience of putting it all together. And it was a very fun build. If anybody's like on the fence on getting a Lego Game Boy, I really really suggest it. It also comes with its own stand, which I think is like pretty standard for this type of thing, and it lets me put it in a good place. I do still have a bunch of Legos that I really want to go out and buy. Guys, the Lego Botanicals has gotten a lot of, I guess, like more stuff in it, And I'm really, really tempted to go in on more of those. I don't know if you guys have been doing any Lego stuff lately.
No, I feel like the botanicals are probably my favorite line of Legos in general.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when they do release the occasional, I don't know how frequent they release the art Lego sets, but those are always also a good build. Which I believe you didn't talk about a Lego one per se last year, Matt, but you did talk about another building block adjacent one, I believe.
I think I might have just been talking about Gundams last year. No, I think last year I talked about actually the Sakura or the Sakura bonsai tree, the Lego bonsai tree.
Oh, okay, all right. Maybe the year prior to that, then the not Lego build of one Japanese inspired painting, but sounds like a good time with that Gameboy.
The Kanazawa Great Wave. That is a Lego one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one is in my closet still. One day we'll build it, Matt. One
day. Going into number 15, another consumerism is just small lights. I bought a lot of small lights this year. And these are kind of just like those battery operated ones that you kind of like tap and the light turns on. I've stuck so many of them like all around. Like, it's underneath my desk. So I can like see plugs and stuff. I have them behind some of my shelves, by my bed. Specifically also like, I think like the most clutch ones for me are like in my closet. Cause I don't know, I have a lot of crap in there and it's quite dark in there. And just having these lights that you basically have like, you can like, they have an adhesive on the back of them that you kind of just like stick onto the wall and then, you can like twist them on or off of the wall or turn them on. Like it's just so easy. Just having lights that you can put places. Lights are so good, guys. I love lights. I love lights.
Anything that brings brightness into this dark life of ours,
Oh man, guys, and these lights, you can switch them between like cool lights and warm lights, and guys, so many people dislike cool lighting, and it makes me sad because I really like cool lighting. But I understand why a lot of people prefer like warm lighting.
Which one's the warm and which one's the cool? Cool is the white ones, right?
Yes, cool is the white. Warm is like the more yellow, orange.
I should know this after all these years of like video production, but I could never.
Yeah.
I haven't done it in like 4 years. In my defense. Yeah, I'm a big fan of cool lighting as well. Like, I personally don't like the strain that the warm lights put on my eyes.
Jaren, where do you fall on light temperature?
No, I'm more so a cool light person. I don't know. There's just something about a warm light that just I don't vibe with.
Yeah.
I rather have. I feel like with a cool light, my visibility is up. Where I don't know, there's just something about with a warm light, I associate that with like a dim light, and not. I want a cool light to be able to see everything.
I feel that.
I need to see my enemies, Matt.
Yeah.
This is why the three of us are friends. We agree on lighting. Nothing else, just the lighting.
Nothing else. Just lighting. Number 14. I think only the second video game I have on this list. Ball X Pit. Or Ball Pit. I don't know. I'm actually not sure what the proper reading of this this game is, but
I believe it's just Ball Pit.
Okay. Well, Ball Pit, I talked about this on one of the episodes. It is roguelike Vampire Survivors like version of Breakout, or I think that like this genre of game has a lot of names, or you have like your little bumper at the bottom, a ball bounces around and you have to destroy blocks at the top, but instead of a bumper at the bottom, it's a character, and instead of blocks at the top, it's enemies. And I don't know, this game really, really scratches an itch for me, and I don't know, I just really like it. Did either of you guys play this? Oh, Jaren, I know you have it.
Yep. It's been a good Steam Deck game where if I'm just watching something that I don't need to be heavily invested on, Ball Pit was always a good, second monitor or a Steam Deck game just to have on the background while I have something else in the background. Good style, but I think the game really opened up, Matt, after we kind of talked about it at length during one of the episodes of the Mistake Zone. Just, you going through the different mechanics. Because Matt, I know you hate it, but me playing the tutorial? Nah. Why play the tutorial when Matt Alba can explain a game to me?
Oh, man. Because you never played it, did you?
I didn't.
Oh, damn.
Have to ask though, Matt, what is your go-to, I guess, ball and combination or evolution or even concoction when it comes to ball pit that represents 2025 for you?
There is a ball that basically, in essence, creates a black hole that kills everything, and in its range, but it only comes out every 3 seconds or something like that. And Jaron, I talked about this ball before, the sun, or the kind of flash ball, which removes the ball, but instead you are able to attack everything on screen to apply a debuff or a small amount of damage. If you combine those two balls together, you just black hole everything on the screen, and it's super OP.
That's pretty good, Matt. That actually sounds really good.
It's a good setup. But for me, number 13 is something that I wanted to talk about on Mistake Zone for a while, but I just never really had a place to slot it in. This is a manhwa that started this year called Everyone Loves Her. And at first, I really didn't like this manhwa. The basic premise of this is that a girl has a high school girl gets the power to teleport. And this ends up kind of playing out very similarly to Death Note, in that at some point she does she saves her friend from bullying, but in that she does a murder. And the kind of story then progresses a lot like I said, Death Note, where now they are trying to find this who is the teleporter who did this murder. And the reason I didn't really like this at first is the reason I ended up really liking this, is that the main character is he has the intelligence of a high schooler. Unlike Death Note, where Light is a genius, this girl is normal. And she makes a lot of mistakes, especially at the start, and in terms of keeping her identity or keeping any clues leading to her. She's just very reckless about it. And it was very annoying to read that at first, but it really, I guess, adds to the realism or the progression of the story later in a way that I ended up really appreciating, and I'm glad that I stuck with it.
Would you say this manga is about the mistakes in our lives and the friends within them?
The mistakes in our lives, yes, but it's more so about the enemies within them, within the purview of this manga.
Same thing.
Or manga.
This would be the version.
Yeah, I guess I do the show with Rakush a lot, so that tracks.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I got a question for you about this one, because I know a lot of times when we talk about sort of our seasonal anime recaps and stuff, you are someone who's, I would say, relatively decisive or quick at dropping a series and not really giving it a second chance. You mentioned you didn't actually like this series at first. What kept you coming back to it?
The fact that there was more chapters of it at the time when I was reading it. I think what's
what was the hook, I guess, is what I'm asking you, right? If you read the first few chapters and you're like, I don't like this, did you just keep reading it because there was more? Or was there still something about the characters of the series that appealed to you?
I think it was at the time there was just more. When I say I didn't like it at the start, I'm talking about the first 7 to 13 chapters. Which for a manga is pretty early, but when I started reading it, it was already at the 25 chapter ish mark. And once they introduced, I guess, for lack of a better way to say it, once they introduced the L equivalent, that's when the story for me started to pick up a lot. I think for me, when it comes to, our anime stuff, the reason I'm so easy to drop stuff is that there is not more there waiting for me. And I think like, this goes back to the thing that we were talking about with what do you call it? Racing Arc, the movie, right? Like it probably would have been a different experience if Racing Arc was a
TV show. Got it.
Yeah, a season instead of like a movie.
Fair.
But yeah. But going on to number 12, Rakush actually mentioned this one when he was here for the recording. I bought myself a new fan. Guys, I like
you did, yes.
Mm-hmm. It is
it's a very fancy looking fan.
It's a Dreo Standing Fan. It is one of those fans that has a remote. I have Velcroed the remote to the top of my monitor so I can, grab it from my desk. I can turn this fan on without ever having to get up. I don't know. I've wanted this type of fan because like it is one of those ones that, has the I don't know if you guys like have seen like this sort of like advertising for fans, but it has like the column of wind that bounces around the room type of like technology. And I was
the Dyson ones basically.
Yeah, sort of like Dyson. What else is here? Like Dreo is the one I have. Vornado is like another one. And guys, I believe the hype. I believe the hype now that I have it. Because I was really curious to like even know if it worked well. So I wanted to get one that was rated well, and I really like it. Like it circulates the air like very well in a way that I didn't feel with my like original fan, that almost I guess like it didn't have this wind pillar technology. And I don't know, I really like this buy. It was really, really good for me, and I don't know. I'm glad I bought it. I'm glad it has a remote. I have like very long hair. I can use this thing to I use this thing to blow dry my hair when I'm sitting on my computer, basically. So I don't have to deal with a blow dryer.
I just thought you were gonna say you're using the fan to give you like a dramatic effect with your hair just blowing in the wind.
Oh, I did that. Okay, one thing I don't know why this reminded me of it, but one thing I actually don't like about this fan, and fans like this in general, is that I can't do that thing where you yell into it and it makes your voice vibrate.
Yeah.
The classic.
I don't know like what the technology change was, but the fact that you can't do that anymore makes me sad for kids now. If these are going to be the de facto fan types in households from now on.
No, Matt. These fans are still quite pricey. People are still buying your affordable, cheap fans, oscillating fans from like Walmart and stuff. Don't worry, kids are still getting that experience.
Okay, good. The kids are losing a lot of stuff. I don't want them to lose this.
Is that half of your list already?
Yes, that's half of my list. I am now going to be going. Oh yeah, more than half of my. Oh no, maybe half. Yeah, half and a bit and a half. Yeah. Okay, going on to number 11. Another thing that Jaren put me on, or showed me. Guys, my number 11 for 2025 is that Mortal Kombat TikTok for when they got added to Fortnite. Where they're just dancing around the Fortnite map using, Fortnite emotes when it's playing the Mortal Kombat theme song. Oh man.
Man, it's so
guys,
good. It's so good.
I love that video. I go back to that video I think once every 2 weeks. I don't even have it like saved somewhere. What I do is I go to my chat with Jaren and I search for the word Mortal Kombat, and that's how I find it. I haven't favorited it or anything. I just do that.
You gotta work for it sometimes, Matt. You gotta work for it sometimes.
But man, guys, I fucking love that TikTok. That TikTok is so good.
The best.
But coming off of my Mortal Kombat high, for me, number 10, I decided to pick my favorite released ZZZ agent of 2025, and I decided to go with Trigger. Trigger is just a character design that I really, really like. It is a character that I use in a lot of teams. It shored up a shortage that I have because I didn't have many stun units, and Trigger is covering my my stun characters Works well with Yanagi. Works well in almost any team I can put her in. I like. This is I think the only Void Hunter level agent, or no, yeah, the only non-Void Hunter level agent that I have there, Wenjin. Like I just really like Trigger as a character, like design, playstyle, like everything about this character is like, I don't know, just very, very, very good. Works well in my account, and I'm glad that they made this character for ZZZ, and I hope that she doesn't get outclassed in in future patches, because I like having her around.
Bring back Master Yi.
I love Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish they gave her a new outfit.
Yeah, Jaren, I like while you're on that outfit thing, they, a couple of days ago they did the 2.5 Scream where they gave Jane a new outfit, and Jaren, I think Jane's normal outfit is better, and I wish they would move away from the swimsuit outfits.
Now, Jane's default outfit is a top tier design, and I think while we're on the topic of that, it's an issue they're going to run into, especially when Jane's original silhouette, her jacket kind of gives her a bit of some arm bulk, and when you don't have that arm bulk anymore, she has I don't know, her arms are on the thinner side, where I think to contrast her legs at that point, you need the arms to be a bit bigger than they are in the swimsuit one. So
yeah, I really hope that in the future they like up the amount of skins that they have, and they move more towards the outfits that they do for, like, other promos. Like I would really, really love either of the Anby or Nicole McDonald skins. Ellen and Lycon, I think, like, did one for like Doritos or Coke or something recently.
I think it was Coke. Yeah.
And those were like really good skins. There is, I don't know, there was like one where they did like a not sports. They were doing like a band one with a Section 6, and that was like a really good one. Like, ZZ has so many good outfits outside of, like, the ones that they're making for skins. But I feel like that's a whole nother red that I think I'll avoid going down for now. But going on to, for me, number 9, it is Dispatch. Guys, I was kind of down on Dispatch when we initially thought about it, when I was only playing the first half, but the way that unfolded later in like the second half was unexpected to me, because I think maybe to just go into a little bit of I guess like back-end game mechanics for Dispatch, I was, of course, comparing it a lot to Telltale's Walking Dead. And I remember saying during the episode where I was talking about Dispatch that I felt like my choices weren't making a lot of impact. But they just handled their choices differently, rather than like how what do you call it? Walking Dead does it, where your choice has like immediate impact. Their choices like have a more subtle impact when you pick it, and then it cascades further down the line. And I think that is probably the better way to go about doing this type of game. And I don't know, like, I think like the story hit, they do the thing at the end where, similar to Telltale, it's like, oh, you picked this choice, like, and X amount % of our players like did as well. And I think that was actually maybe a confusing way for them to have done it, because you in Dispatch never really specifically picked to do that thing. It's that thing more so happens as a result of all the choices you've made towards that point. And I remember there was a lot of discourse about how they were doing that, like when I was looking at it on Reddit. But maybe if they ever do a Dispatch Season 2, they'll have a more interesting way to show that sort of thing.
Matt, have to ask, who would be your Dispatch character of the year?
Ooh, I really like Phenomenon, actually. Oh, you know what? No, all of them are actually really good. like, to be honest, if I'm talking about like the character that I think is like mechanically the best, it's Prism. But in terms of personality, all of those characters are actually all really, really good. Like, if you haven't played it, I really would suggest checking it out. The cast is like is really, really good.
Would you answer with the same character if Jaren had asked you who's your dispatch Oshi instead?
Ooh, my dispatch Oshi is probably Flambe. Oh, Flambe is a good. Yeah, that's a good character.
Good character? Okay, good character Oshi. I guess. I don't know if I'm using that word right, but yeah, it feels like dispatch also, like, at least in like a lot of like the YouTubers and Twitch streamers that I'm fed through like whatever algorithm I have right now, has led them to older Telltale games as well.
Oh, our old Telltale
so
games
guess,
like kicking or like picking up again in terms of or I guess you've been noticing.
Again, it's just noticing on my sort of feed, right? Like, does that mean that it's sort of like this extended sort of trend or whatever? I don't know, but I guess I would ask you is like, have you gotten that itch to go back and play any of the Telltale stuff after finishing up Dispatch, even though I know it's completely different studios?
I mean, yeah, I have. I like after I finished Dispatch, I was like, oh, I should finish, what do you call it, Tales of the Borderlands. I should like fully go through. I never finished what is it? Wolf Among Us? Was that the actual name of that one? Or
yes.
Yeah, I never finished Wolf Among Us. And I don't know. I feel like I should now that I am kind of off of a Dispatch. I want to go through those maybe. But going on to my number 8. My number 8 is Game of the Year Expedition 33. For all the kind of like, minor issues that added up to being really medium annoyances throughout this game, like Expedition 33 really, really holds up. That is like a really, really great game, I think. And obviously everybody at on Mr. Keeley's panel thinks is a very great game too. And if you haven't given it a try, I would say give it a try. I have weirdly been fed people post Game Awards just watching Expedition 33, and I don't know, I think that's a valid way to do it too. There are ways you can just like on YouTube, there are kind of like playthroughs, I guess, of Expedition 33 that are just the cinematics and any like key gameplay moments, like in-game cinematics that you can just like watch through. I think that is like basically an 8-hour video or so, and if you break that up, that's a good watch. That's a good watch, I think, and a great way to get that story.
Honestly, a lot of how I've consumed the Mortal Kombat games, like the modern ones, because don't want to play it, but want to know what's up with the crazy story. Yeah, that's really a good way of figuring it out.
Yeah, I should have put something like that on my thing as well, because I was also watching a lot of Mortal Kombat cinematics. I think was this year the one that the Mortal Kombat like 1 came out or whatever.
Oh my god, it's a bit of a blur. Either it was like late last year or this year. I can't remember, but
yeah, I do remember watching a lot of those cinematics on YouTube though. But going on to my number 7 is
sorry. Before you do, it's actually from 2023.
Oh, is it? Damn. Wait, was there no new Mortal Kombat game between then and now?
I don't think there's been one since.
You know what? I blame the pandemic. I can't believe the pandemic would do this to our memories like this.
Yeah.
But sorry, going back to number 7 on this list for me. Number 7 is a anime that I talked to Rakush about on one of our anime podcast episodes. It is GNOSIA, the anime.
Oh wow, that's actually very high on the list.
But yeah, I think GNOSIA was a very fun watch for me. I did end up trying to play the game, but the game just like wasn't doing it for me. It was a bit too much I guess like Among Us or social deduction and not enough hanging out with the crew. But like GNOSIA, the anime itself, I think is really filling that itch. Like I remember Rakush saying during the episodes that like or maybe this might not have even been during the episodes, we've just been talking that the game tutorial was like going on a bit too long for him. And I think like an episode after that, they basically stopped the game tutorial stuff, and it more so went into, hey, here's the characters doing their thing, and then the game becomes the background at that point. Like it is still there, but it is just a plot backbone at that point. And I don't know, I really like it. I've kept up with it on like basically every other anime that I've been watching this year as a whole. But yeah, like if you're looking for a video game anime to watch, GNOSIA is one that I would very much suggest.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those where each person is going to interpret it differently, right? Like I think for me the issue was more just sort of like how long it was taking to set things up. But no, I mean, there were definitely a lot of interesting elements to it, and I think the characters all kind of stylistically were really interesting as well. I just had quite a few other shows to watch at that point, but not glad you were enjoying it. I said that as if I created it, but yeah.
Matt, gotta ask, who's the GNOSIA character of the year 2025?
Ooh, oh man, I don't know. It's a good cast, but oh man, who's good in GNOSIA? Okay, you know what, Jaren? I have to throw it to Stella, who of course is voiced by the Mistake Zone great Sayori Hayami.
Yep.
Our girl Yumiko. Jared, of course I gotta lean this way. But the cast is really good, and I don't know, it has a lot of I was actually very surprised to see like how many, I guess, like notable voice actors I just noticed off the voice themselves. But yeah, I definitely suggest checking it out. Also, Kobo doing the opening for this anime, Jaren, come on. Also, it's a good opening too.
Come on.
But for me, my number 6 is, I think, something that got suggested to me after my number 18 of Tip to Tip, which is Jetlag the Game, another a YouTube channel that kind of does like seasonal stuff as well. I don't know if you guys know about this channel or not.
Can't say that I do, Matt.
Yeah, not familiar.
Okay, so Jetlag the Game is this group of 3 guys who basically do hide and seek or tag or capture the flag on a like city, country, continent level. I think you might have sent this to me before. Yes, the one that got pushed to me was a season that they released this year, which was Jetlag the Game Hide and Seek Japan, where they were just basically playing hide and seek in Japan. And one of the places that the characters were hiding, the first place that one of the characters were hiding was in a location that was, I think for me, and I remember you saying you like this area too, Rakush, was like a highlight of our Japan trip of, I guess like spoilers for this season of Jetlag, like he was hiding in Yamadera. And nice. There was just like a point where like I saw like, oh, I sat there. And I was like, oh, I know where this guy is. And I don't know, it really hit for me. And I think a combination of, coming off of it's been a year since I've gone to Japan, sort of, and this is like in a place that I've been to, and it was, kind of new content for me where I had a lot of seasons to like eat up after I consumed the one that they were, putting out at the time, really added to making this a thing that I am really glad to watch. Like they put out like a new season every quarter where they're, doing stuff like, oh, we're playing like, tag across Europe, we're playing hide and seek in like fucking Switzerland or some shit. And it's very interesting to see, playground games played at that scale as well. And don't know, I would suggest anybody who's a fan of stuff like The Amazing Race to check this out, because I don't know, it really hits for me. And if it weren't for the amount of like money and time it would take, I would really really like to like, try this sometime. But yeah. But we're in my top 5 now. And for me, number 5.
Matt, gotta ask, is it a quintessential top 5?
Ooh, it no, it is. Jared, I did the do. Oh man, I forgot quintessential quintuplets season or like OVA came out this year. But man, Jared, you know those 2, 3 of them are always gonna be top 5 for me.
Same. Same.
But for me, number 5, Jared. I don't know if you're gonna mention this at yours, but it's here for me now. It is Umamusume Global. And oh man, Jared, we got Jared. It's gonna be about like 3 weeks for Oguri Cap Christmas. By the time this episode comes out, I think the banner will be out, and maybe I would have already started rolling. And I hope those rolls go well. But I don't know, Umamusume was the kind of like storm that came with Umamusume. Was very, very interesting to experience. There is like all the people who have been playing Umamusume in, like Korean or Japanese or Taiwanese versions, kind of just like giving all the knowledge to us global newbies. The way global has like sort of shifted away from standard Umamusume in that since they have the accelerated patch stuff, there are things happening in this game that are breaking initially assumed metas or what they expected the metas to be, because like there's just stuff available earlier in the game timeline, and all the the horse knowledge that I just osmosed during this time is really good as well. Umamusume itself, just as a franchise of like, having the game, having the anime, and guys, I watched some horse races, like I guess like sort of live this year, and it's wild to have a better understanding of how those work.
This is how they get you into gambling.
This is
Don't
how.
do it.
Yes, you know what Ragush, I blame Jaren for this this really, really gradual slip I'm having into the gambling of him pulling me into ZZZ last year, and now what I was looking at Umamusume, I'm now seriously considering, hey, do I want to pick up this gacha instead of, oh shit, this game's a gacha, I don't want to look at it anymore. And I'm watching horse races now. I feel like I'm like, I don't know, I'm like 2 steps away from betting on these horse races.
Nope.
And
don't like that. Nope. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Guys, there were some races where I predicted the correct horse winning, and that felt really good. I was like, oh no,
we're not doing this. Nope. You're not betting nothing. Save your money for a second fan.
Guys, Japan Cup this year was wild. I don't know if you guys saw anything about that.
No.
Yeah, that was crazy. A dude fell off the horse right at the start, and that horse technically crossed the finish line first. It was wild. Everything about that race, like wild shit was happening all over that race. But like that was like the overarching through line. That horse was like blocking other horses from being able to run properly because it was like riderless. Yo, that race is crazy.
Matt,
I
have to ask, now that you opened the floodgates, Matt, who's the Uma of the year?
Ooh. I mean, I think for me, my Uma of the year is just my favorite Uma is El Condor Pasa. I just, I really, really like El Condor Pasa. I like her design. I like her, like fake American. I don't know. She's really, really good. She's really, really good. Oh man, and she has an appropriately kind of like dumb name, which I really like.
Shout out to Rene.
For me, my number 4 is a game that we've all played together. It's Monster Hunter Wilds. And I don't know, I this is a game that I was waiting for a very, very long time. It is a game that I still keep updated, and I keep saying, hey, yeah, okay, I'm going to start this like really, really soon. I'm going to go fight this thing from Final Fantasy 14, or, I'm going to go fight like Arc-Tempered Jintahad or whatever. And I just don't, because I'm too scared to go back in, because I don't remember my wild ass keybinds anymore. But I don't know, the time I spent fighting the monsters in this game was like very enjoyable. The fact that they, went back on their decision of, I think I remember like the last time like we really seriously talked about Monster Hunter Wilds, we were, I think, all disappointed that Arc-Tempered, I was about to say Arc-Tempered Rayquaza. What is this fool's name? What is
Raydao?
Yes, Arc-Tempered Raydao was only temporary, and I'm glad that they brought it back in properly, because that
Sorry.
was... Mm-hmm.
Now I'm thinking of Arc-Tempered Rayquan, the chef. For Booteg.
Oh man, that'll be a wild fight. The human-sized monsters are always the scariest to fight. But
would he be like monster-sized, or would he be just human-sized?
I don't think he would be monster-sized. I think he'd be a little bit bigger. Do you remember? Oh man, what was the name of that monster that crossed over from The Witcher in Monster Hunter World?
I can't remember the name.
Oh, the Lishan. The Lishan. That thing. Like, it was like maybe like 8 feet tall. And I would assume that like, if they monsterized a human, that seems to be like about, the expected height of a monster-sized human. But
now I, at the very least, just need a mod where the theme song changes to a Rayquan track. At the very least.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rakush, you can go learn to do that yourself. I'm sure that wouldn't be too... Actually, you know what? Maybe it would actually be pretty bad, because Monster Hunter, I think, still is in a very technically bad state, which is, why I think I have it at 4 instead of, like, a bit higher. Because I do think that, like, it's very unfortunate, the technical state that Monster Hunter Wilds is in. And going back to a conversation, Rakush, that we had, I hope that this increase in basically every single computer component part price means that video game companies are going to rely less on people having beefy PCs and more on doing their programming better.
Man. That's too depressing a conversation for the best things of the year. So let's move on to number 3.
Guys, my number 3 is such a stupid thing, but guys, okay. When a piece of software, tells you, hey, there's a new update available, I usually kind of just like ignore it. I say, oh no, skip this version for now. Like, I'll update later or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna assume that you guys did that too, because I feel like that's where like a lot of people just live. But the way Audacity does their updates is that they show you a list of everything that's new, and for me, my number 3 thing of 2025 is Audacity adding click, drag, seek for middle click on the timeline. And guys, this is a game changer. I know that this is something that seems so stupid, and you guys, I am 100% sure don't care about this as an option in Audacity, but being able to middle click and move the whole, like, scrub the timeline as I want, oh, that's so good. Instead of having to fucking like zoom out or use this dumbass scroll bar at the bottom of Audacity like a heathen. It weirdly makes like editing so much smoother for me in a way that I didn't expect, and it made me like actually update my Audacity to do it.
Hey Matt, thanks for editing these podcasts.
No problem, man. Yeah, no problem. But for me, my number 2 is, I think, technically my big purchase of the year, my big like, frivolous purchase of the year, I guess is a better way to put it, is my new keyboard. Guys, I this is the first time that I've ever built a custom keyboard, like, to the point where like I'm picking out switches, I am picking out board layouts and keycaps, and I don't know, this was like a really, really fun experience for me. being able to, pick custom keycaps. I think this is the first time I've ever really had like, very specifically custom keycaps. I got a Bang Boo as my numlock key. I got a little computer as my escape. My spacebar is an NES controller, and I don't know, I have a little like screen on this thing that, normally shows me the time, but I can, press some buttons and it can switch to like just animated GIFs. I don't know, it's I'm glad that I picked this as my first keyboard, and I understand why people fall down this rabbit hole. I got me some Thoki switches, and it's very tempting to build another one that I probably shouldn't spend my money on, but I don't know, it's very, very tempting.
Yeah, bro. Rather spend the money on that than on horse racing.
I mean, Rakush, but
Matt, you know what I was going to say, Matt.
Yeah, Rakush might spend the money on horse racing. Think about all the keyboards I could buy with my winnings.
You don't need that many keyboards.
Rakush,
you really don't.
Rakush, of course I don't need that many keyboards. I don't even need a second keyboard. But wouldn't it be nice to have like 12? Oh man.
1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh man. The gambling hall. I feel like people on gambling hotlines are gonna be like, "Oh, I bet this person's gonna pick up in like 3 rings." They have to be like that, right? That has to be like how that works. So they have to make it so that like they pick up right away.
I really don't want to find out either. That's
You know what?
Yeah.
Speaking of, I just remembered who won our stupid, our like fantasy game thing. I feel like last time I was checking, I was losing to everybody.
No.
Is that on your list?
Spoilers for the next episode, but I might have the wrap up real quick.
Okay. I'll wait until then to find out. Oh man, but guys, for me, my number one thing of 2025 is I think my favorite gaming experience in a very, very long time, which is of course Blueprints. This was a game that I was like very loosely following, and when it came out, I was like very, very excited to play it. It has been a long time since I had this type of experience, having notes for a game, just like all the, I guess, kind of like times I felt awe in this game that there is still more stuff here, or the excitement that I got from, finishing a puzzle was, I don't know, it just like really, really hit for me. And this is a game that I still like watch people, I'll like watch people play certain parts of it, kind of scrub through their playthroughs of it just to see like how they, I don't know, like reacted at this moment. And I don't know, I really, really like the Blueprints, guys. Like this is a great game. I'm now just like looking for that high. Right now the Steam sale's happening. I think I'm gonna definitely buy Lorelei and the Laser Eye, which I heard is like a very like it's not as like crazy as Blueprints, but it gets there, and I'm interested in playing pink magenta Blueprints, seeing what's up. How far did you guys get in this game? Because I remember both of you had played it.
Without getting into too much spoilers, maybe you'll hear about that on the next episode.
Rakesh, how far did you get into it?
Yeah, I guess I quote unquote beat the game the first time and then started whatever the new Game Plus version of it is. I didn't really play it after that. I think I shortly after that canceled my Game Pass.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons like I didn't actually continue playing it. But no, I think all the praise is deserved for that one. If we're chatting about it in the next episode, won't say much more, but yeah, really fun experience.
Oh man, yeah. Okay, all right, and yeah, I think that is my 25 things of 2025. That went a lot longer than I expected it to.
When you're celebrating a year's worth of content, you gotta give everything its dues.
But we can't end a episode of the Mistake Zone, especially one of our year-round ones, without doing our usual Mistake Zone game of Don't Match Me. For For those of you who are, listening and don't know what I'm talking about, at the end of every episode of the Mistake Zone, we do a game called Don't Match Me, where, in this case, I, the question asker, am going to ask you, the listener, along with my co-hosts, 5 questions, and I'm going to give 5 answers. The goal for you, the player, is to provide answers that don't match my answer. And of course, if that sounds too easy for you, you can up the difficulty by also trying to not match my co-hosts, Jaren and Rakush, at the same time. And remember, this is a podcast, so if you need time to think about an answer, feel free to hit that button, Google an answer, and then hit that play button, because we're always going to be on the other side of that play button. And
you know what's an interesting situation with this recording of Don't Match Me is that we're doing Inside Baseball, we're doing 3 episodes in one and splitting, releasing one a week.
Mm-hmm.
Neither of us know what our Don't Match Me themes are.
Uh-huh.
So there's also that extra layer of don't match the Don't Match Me.
Mm-hmm. I
edition.
am confident that you guys are not going to have the same topic as me.
We shall see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You know what? Actually, it's going to be wild if you guys have the same topic as me. Because, my number one thing of 2025 being blueprints, I thought, we should be a more equal opportunity here. So this is my Don't Match Me Princess edition.
Ah.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. All right. And let's go for question 1. You guys, I want you to name any anime princess.
Anime princess?
Any anime
okay.
princess.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, name that anime princess in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to go with Nia from Gurren Lagann, who was the Spiral Princess, I believe was her title. Mm-hmm. Jaren, who are you going with?
Mr. Referee.
Oh, man, Jaren.
Do you accept Himemori Luna from Hololive?
Jaren, I think we established before that Hololive isn't an anime for something.
I'm pretty sure Himemori Luna appeared in the anime Hololive no Graffiti.
Ooh, but Jared, I believe we said in Name 100 Anime Characters that Hollow no Graffiti isn't a real anime.
Not I'm going with Himemori Luna.
Oh, man. This guy. Okay. Rakush,
it's real
who you going
Senso
with?
Kaiba moves there.
Mm-hmm.
Princess Mononoke.
Oh, I was considering San as well. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, R.I.P. Gainax, since you mentioned Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Oh, yes.
Gainax is now a defunct studio as of December 11, 2025.
Damn. R.I.P.
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 Hate to see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's genuine all-time great stuff that came out of that studio, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, Matt, my actual answer is my favorite anime princess in Melty from Shield Hero.
Ooh. All right. You know what? Actually, I don't know if you guys want to change your answer or not, because I think both of your answers count for this one. My second question is: name any princess that is trained in combat.
Mm-hmm.
So give it a thought if you want to stay with your princesses or not. So, name that princess in 3, 2, 1. I am, of course, going to go with Xena, warrior princess.
Good princess. Good princess.
Jaren, did you switch from Melty?
I did switch because Matt. Correct me if I'm wrong, because this is trying to recall back to when I was a grade schooler. Isn't Sailor Moon technically a princess? If I have my Sailor Moon lore correct.
This is weird. Sailor Moon herself is never... Okay, she's technically a princess, but do you count pre-reincarnation Sailor Moon as the princess?
Right. That's where it works. That my answer is Sailor Moon. Whatever way this works as an answer.
Pre-reincarnation Princess Serenity.
Yes.
Rakush, Did you stay with your answer?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with. Well, I didn't stay with the same answer for the second question. I'm just gonna go with the character Scarlet from the Mamoru Hosoda movie from this year, Scarlet.
Ooh. Is that on
Which,
streaming yet or no?
Quick update. It's in Japan in theaters, or was in theaters, and the box office there was a disaster. So not doing great.
Hate to see it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's an okay movie. I don't think it's his best work, but sucks that, like, yeah.
All right. Going on to question 3, which is, name any country that currently has a princess. Sorry, any real country that currently has a princess. Name that country in 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna go with Sweden. Jaren, what country you visiting to see their royalty?
According to Google, I went with the first European country that was listed, and I said Denmark.
Rakush, which princess you go, or which country's princess you going with?
I mean, I'm seeing Portugal on this list, so I guess I'll just go with Portugal.
Hey, I
don't know if that's right or not.
You know, when I made this like question, I didn't actually realize that so many countries still had like royalty to them.
So technically, you'd have a princess too.
Yeah, like ours is technically like from the British royal family.
Yeah, I saw that as well, and I forgot that we're like, you know, British monarch related. I'm like, oh, I didn't know like Canada itself had a princess. But going on to my question 4, I want you guys to name an official Disney princess.
Don't have to look this one up.
A princess within a Disney property that Disney has labeled a Disney princess.
Yeah, I'm good.
Man. Yep.
So, name that princess in 3, 2, 1. I am going with Pocahontas. Jaren, what are you going with?
I went with Tiana.
Rakush, how about you?
Jasmine.
Of course. I feel like
of course
we've done a lot of Disney princess stuff in the past, and I feel like you lean Jasmine very often.
It's my favorite Disney movie of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Aladdin's great, guys. Like,
yeah, no, Aladdin is very good. Aladdin is very good.
We could do a retrospect episode if we want, but like that is like absolutely one of the best that they've ever made.
I think my favorite like Disney movie, like you would know within that era, is probably like Hercules. I really like Hercules.
Well, that's a good movie too.
I think I was maybe a little bit too young to appreciate Hercules, and I also didn't understand enough about North American culture to appreciate Hercules. I think that's what my biggest issue with that one would be. What would you say are your top 3s?
Hercules, Mulan. What would be number 3? Wait, are we still? I mean, is it still like Disney princess movies, or like just like Disney?
Just Disney.
Oh, and like probably Lion King then.
Sure.
I don't actually have an affinity for Disney to actually think of a top 3.
How are you going to appreciate the art that is Kingdom Hearts?
Matt, Square does the heavy lifting in my Kingdom Hearts appreciation.
Sure.
Matt, I really hate that the moment you said Kingdom Hearts, that song started playing in my head.
No.
You know that one.
Okay.
Thanks. I hate this.
Somewhere right now, Mark Quintos is clutching his chest.
Oh man! All right.
I guess for me, I would go with Aladdin, Mulan, and I think the third one is interchangeable, but I feel like Tarzan's up there.
Ooh, bad. I like Tarzan's like grinding on the vines.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever played the old video game for that one. It actually does a pretty good job of getting the grinding mechanics down good on the trees.
Ooh. Maybe I'll check.
Tree surfing is great in that game.
Was it? Wait, it was that's like a PS1 game.
I think it might have been. Yeah.
Okay. You know, maybe.
Maybe.
But going on to final question 5. Guys, I want you to name any fighter in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster that is a princess. Any Super Smash Bros.
There's more than 2?
There is, to my count, 7.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Sure.
Sorry, let me know. Are you good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, name that princess fighter in 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna go with Corrin, who, in their game was a princess or prince, depending on which gender you picked for them. Jaren, who'd you go with?
You know I'm going with Daisy.
Oh, I did not think that's what we were gonna pick, to be honest, Jaren. But Rakush, who'd you go with?
I went with Zelda.
Ooh, okay, yeah, that one tracks for me. Jaren,
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna pick Lucina.
Same. Well, when you said princess, immediately I thought Daisy, and then I remembered, right? I named Lucina for like a hot minute, so but got to go with the first in my head.
True. That tracks. And yeah, guys, that was my I guess my last Don't Match Me challenge of 2025.
Not.
What
was your Don't Match Me challenge of 2025?
Ooh.
Don't answer that one. Don't answer that one.
Ooh. Okay. Oh man. All right.
Don't worry, Matt. We'll circle back to that in the new year.
Okay.
But Matt, that was a Beefy Boy episode to celebrate a Beefy Boy year for you. And of course, I want to thank you, as always, for joining me this week, editing all our podcasts, and of course, reminiscing about some of your favorite things in 2025. Thanks, Matt.
Yo, thanks, Sharon. You know what? I wanted to say that I mentioned before, I think a couple episodes ago, that when I count down for the opening of our show, I physically do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I point at my Discord monitor. And I feel like you should know that every single time that you've been thanking me on these episodes, I've been dabbing.
You've been dabbing?
Yeah.
Or like dapping up your monitor?
No, I've been dabbing. I also switch arms while Jaren's saying it. So I'm just in front of a computer monitor, headphones on, talking. We don't have webcams or anything, like Raku said before, and I'm just like dabbing into my mic, basically.
Oh,
that just reminds me of like that one image where like the dude is dabbing, but then like there's a shot of him just crying.
That's a good one. That's a good. Good meme.
Oh man. And of course, gotta thank my other best friend in the whole wide world for joining us this week, even though he lifted the curtains to say how this recording's actually going. Rakush. Thanks, Rakush.
Don't thank me. Thank the inanimate rod. Sorry, I just wanted to make a Simpsons reference for once.
So, Rakush, since Matt's episode is coming out first, what do you think you're doing right now when this episode comes out?
I don't know. Probably not listening to my family in India.
Yeah, no, that's good. Because it's going to be coming out, I think, on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, depending on when I finish editing it.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Fair. All right. Well, Matt, before you take it away, give us your final thoughts on 2025.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. I'm going to say, I don't know, 1,000 out of 2025. No, wait, that's not halfway. I can't do math.
And of course, Matt, what's one 2026 goal off the top of your head?
Ooh, man, Jaren, I think I have the highest reach to in 2026 before prices just skyrocket because of RAM and shit.
Oh man. Well, Matt, with that sort of bummer out of the way, please take it away.
This has been the Mistake Zone, and if I did my math right on when this episode's coming out, we're all out of 2025.